Welcome to adilas. This is a tutorial on how you would create recipes. And a recipe is going to be combining numerous items together to output to a unique item. And in order to create a new recipe, you would go under System Assets to your recipe homepage. Once you're on the recipe homepage, your recipes will be displayed here. Any recipes that you currently have will be displayed. You have a link here to create a new recipe, and I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to you would put in your recipe name in here, so that would be whatever you're going to call the recipe. You would then choose your type, and we currently have two types. The first one is called build and sell, and so build and sell is like a just-in-time recipe. It's with the invoices. That's why it has the invoice group. And so when you use a build and sell recipe, it comes out on your invoice. It pulls it from inventory when that invoice is completed. The build and hold actually will build inventory for you, and it is in conjunction with a PO. So when you create a build and hold recipe, you would have a PO number that you've already created, and you would associate that with it. So once again, the build and sell just pulls inventory and places it on the invoice just in time. The build and hold actually pulls inventory into a PO and turns it into another type of an item like kits or things like that, and then that increases your inventory counts. The next little step down here would be your yield and your caption. So it'd be like one widget or one jar. And then you would have your notes. When you add your recipe, I'm going to go back to the recipe homepage just so that I can show you. Once you add it, it's going to show up similar to this, where you're going to have your recipe name is in here, you're going to have your type in here, and you're also going to have what your yield is. And then you would start bringing in your pieces. So to show you the example on this one, the items here are a complete repack, and this one is holding the entire price. So this is the entire price. The other items hold the cost, and they are hidden. So you have your first line item is shown, and your other items are hidden. I did want to show you that once you have the recipe built, you can do the build prep. And then when you do the build prep, we have a yield multiplier at the top that allows you to change the quantities. So if I wanted to sell 2 of these axle repacks, I could actually go to 2 and I could submit, and it'll double up the quantities over here on the left hand side. And then when I do the build, that actually takes me to the actual shopping cart. So it would have us choose a shopping cart, start the cart, and it will put the items in the cart in the same fashion. And you can search recipes out of this same cart area. You can type in a piece of the recipe, find the recipe, and pull them into the cart area. So once again, this has been a tutorial on how to build recipes, and the way that I found the recipe homepage was I went under System Assets to the recipe build homepage, and then I would choose or create new recipe, or I could edit any of the existing recipes by clicking on edit. So then if I choose the new recipe, the main important thing is to choose which type of recipe, and then that's going to dictate on how the recipe is going to build. So once again, that was how to create recipes, and thanks again for choosing adilas.